The opioid epidemic is one of Missouri's most pressing health issues. Here are the numbers. Roughly 64,000 Americans died from drug overdoses in 2016, with nearly 50,000 of those deaths related to fentanyl, heroin, and prescription opioids. In Missouri overall, overdose deaths were up 28% from 2015 to 2016. People from all across Missouri were in St. Louis today. It was the final stop on a 9-city nationwide tour focused on curbing the opioid epidemic. 5 on Your Side's Ann Allred is here now with the story of a local family who knows that fight all too well.
And we all know this story too well, where we report on someone who's using opioids and then that user ends up dying. Well, today a Jefferson County woman shared a story that could give other families some hope.
Beth Hudson seen heroin's deadly impact firsthand. Her brother died of an overdose in 2006.
He died all alone, in a mobile home in a room, by himself.
That loss still weighs on Hudson. But as she sat at the opioid summit, she had another family member who's addicted to heroin on her mind. Her daughter, Heather.
She's a strong, beautiful, talented, amazing young woman that could change the world with a smile and the glisten in her eyes. But she chose not to do that right now.
Like so many other parents, Hudson felt helpless and frustrated after failed attempts to get Heather clean.
I couldn't deal with it anymore. I was financially drained, emotionally, physically, mentally, because your worry is constantly on your child. And then I became bitter and I became angry because you get to escape and I'm watching you die.
Hudson blamed herself for enabling her daughter and at one point decided to cut off any help. Then, when all seemed lost, Heather made a desperate call.
She said, "Mom, I'm not asking you for help. I'm going to ask you for just one number as a resource."
That number was to Art and Beth Deno, a family whose son Austin died of a heroin overdose in 2016. Their nonprofit group, ACPD, took Heather in, put her through detox, and just yesterday sent her to Florida for treatment.
Every minute is very critical. A life can be lost if we're not there at that specific time when they need it. We can't wait.
Hudson wants parents to stop blaming themselves for their child's addiction and instead focus on finding them the help they need. And ACPD is just one of many local groups that were at today's summit focused on getting people out of addiction and into treatment. Kay.
So important, Ann. Thank you. And in a related story, Illinois is launching a 24/7 hotline for people who are struggling with opioids and other drugs. It'll be staffed by trained specialists who can connect callers with treatment, recovery, and support services. If you or someone you know needs help, the number is 1-833-2-FIND-HELP. That's 1-833-2-3463-4357.